Wendi Deng Murdoch is a Chinese-born American businesswoman. She was the third wife of News Corporation chairman and CEO Rupert Murdoch, who filed for divorce from her in June 2013. In 1988, Deng was sponsored by an American family for a student visa. She attended Cal State Northridge for economics and completed her master's degree in business at the Yale School of Management, where she currently serves on the board of advisors. Deng's debut in the media came with Fox TV. She was offered an internship at Star TV, Hong Kong, part of News Corporation. Early life and education: Wendi Deng Murdoch was born in Jinan, Shandong, and raised in Guizhou, Jiangsu. Her birth name was Deng Wenj meaning Cultural Revolution. She changed it in her teens when a more open and international mood took hold. She is one of 4 children born to engineers. She attended Guizhou First Secondary School and Guizhou No. 1 Middle School. She developed an interest in playing volleyball. While she was in high school, her father relocated to Guangzhou, where he worked at the People's Machinery Works. She and her family remained behind for a short while. In 1985, at age 16, she enrolled in Guangzhou Medical College. In 1987 she met an American businessman and his wife, Jake and Joyce Cherry, who had temporarily relocated to China and helped build a refrigerator factory. She studied English with Joyce. In 1988 she abandoned her medical studies and traveled to the United States to study, with Jake and Joyce Cherry sponsoring her student visa. She enrolled at California State University, Northridge, where she studied economics and was among the top students. She received a bachelor's degree in economics from California State University at Northridge and an MBA from the Yale School of Management, where she currently serves on the board of advisors. Career and public profile: upon graduation from Yale, she began searching for a job. She met Bruce Churchill through a mutual friend. At that time, Churchill oversaw finance and corporate development at the Fox TV branch in Los Angeles. He subsequently offered Deng an internship at News Corporation subsidiary Star TV in Hong Kong, which developed into a full-time junior executive position. Though a junior employee, she took a role in working to plan Star TV's operations in Hong Kong and China and helped to build up Chinese distribution for Star's Channel V music channel. Additionally, she investigated interactive TV opportunities for News Digital Systems. Deng was a director for the holding company that licensed the MySpace brand and technology to MySpace China and chief of strategy for MySpace's China operation, prior to the company's sale to Specific Media in June 2011. Previously she had been a junior executive at News Corporation's Star TV in Hong Kong in 1999. She has led her husband's Chinese internet investments totaling between $35 million and $45 million. She has led the way in forming business links with China for high-speed video and internet access. In 2011, Wendi Deng made her film producer debut with the release of Snowflower and the Secret Fan, a movie about 2-foot-bound children in ancient China. On July 19, 2011, Deng counterattacked Jonathan May Bowles after he attempted to throw a pie at her husband while he was giving testimony before a British parliamentary committee considering the News International phone hacking scandal. May Bowles was sentenced to 6 weeks imprisonment. Personal life: when Deng was living with Jake and Joyce Cherry during her studies in the United States, Joyce Cherry discovered her husband, Jake, was having an affair with Deng, who was 30 years his junior, and demanded she leave the house. Jake Cherry soon followed and moved in with her, and the two married in 1990. Their marriage lasted 2 years 7 months before they were legally divorced, but Jake would later explain they stayed together for only 4 or 5 months, when he learned that Deng was spending time with David Wolf, a man closer to her age. Nonetheless, she had been able to secure a green card through her marriage to Cherry. In 1997 she met Rupert Murdoch at a company party in Hong Kong. They married in 1999 on board his yacht the Morning Glory, less than 3 weeks after the finalization of his divorce from his second wife, Anna Murdoch. The couple had 2 children, Grace and Chloe. Tony Blair is Grace Murdoch's godfather. In June 2013, Murdoch filed for divorce from Deng, citing irreconcilable differences. Michael Wolff, one of Murdoch's biographers, described himself absolutely gobsmacked at the news. On February 5, 2014, the London Daily Telegraph published a report claiming Deng had a crush on Tony Blair, leading to her divorce from Murdoch. The report stated that Murdoch began to hear rumours about his wife in 2012 and is said to have interviewed staff members at his various homes to ask them what they had seen. According to the newspaper, Murdoch learned that Blair had visited Deng at Murdoch's Carmel Ranch on more than one occasion. Blair allegedly spent the weekend of April 27, 2013, with Deng at the property. Other sources are quoted as placing Blair and Deng at the Carlisle in New York, on a private yacht, and at Murdoch's home in London. Deng's letter to herself where she described her torment in missing Blair, published by Vanity Fair in February 2014, raised speculation that there was more to Deng's relationship with Blair than friendship. It is this letter that was said to be the last straw for Murdoch to separate from his wife of 14 years, reports said. As a result of Murdoch's suspicion that Blair had had an affair with Deng, he ended his long-standing association with Blair in 2014. See also, Chinese Americans in New York City. References. External links, Wendi Deng Murdoch at the Internet Movie Database, Spiked. Australian Broadcasting Corporation. May 7, 2007. Retrieved September 5, 2010. Stain removal. Australian Broadcasting Corporation. August 27, 2007. Retrieved September 5, 2010. Chinese MySpace page, photos and blog, Adams, William Lee. Wendi Deng, The Life and Times of Mrs. Rupert Murdoch. Time. Wendi Deng leaping to Rupert Murdoch unregistered trademark's defence during the attack with a pie in July 2011, telegraph.co.uk.